sixth grade parents, we just wanted to let you know what's going on in sixth grade for the month of October and the beginning of November. So here's a little snapshot of what's happening in each of our school core subject areas. So as you guys remember, I'm Mrs. Winans and I'm teaching social studies to all of our sixth graders right now. We just took our test last week and we wrapped up our unit about spatial thinking, thinking like a geographer about the world, and learning about the elements of a map and looking at all kinds of maps and all the parts involved in that. We started our new unit that's going from now until the end of the quarter, which is October 28th. We're learning about climate and weather and also extreme weather, which is going to be pretty fun. We're finding out how climate and weather affects the environment all around the world. We're also learning next about world cultures. So we're going to learn about the beliefs of different cultures, the economy of different cultures, the political geography of those locations, and also how to protect human rights. In health as sixth graders, we are finishing up either asthma and allergies in some of the classes, or we're also headed into learning about cells, cell function, when they don't function properly, and how we can take good care of our bodies through what we eat and exercise to help our cells to function the way they're supposed to. Hey, Miss Bell, let us know what sixth graders are doing this month in math.
All right, well, hello Griffin Creek Beavers. We're still finishing up Unit 1. We're still really focused on factors and multiples. So within that, we're doing factorization, prime factorization, and finding the greatest common factors and the least common multiples. Next unit we're moving into, it's called comparing bits and pieces. It's really looking at rational numbers, extending our number line into our negative numbers, and it's also comparing equivalent fractions and ratios. So we're looking at equivalent numbers for fractions and ratios as well for Unit 2.
Hey, Mrs. Pomeroy, we are wondering what's going on with sixth grade ELA right now.
I am so glad you asked. We just finished our mid-module unit test, and then also a big old vocabulary test, which the kids were shocked that we had to actually do that, and they did an awesome job of studying for it and working on that. I think many of them now realize what they really need to do when a test is coming. And we also have been working through Percy Jackson, which is a lot of fun. They love reading this. Most of them have read it already, which really makes it great because now we can really dive into more of the strategies of learning how to read well and understand something. And we are comparing other texts and learning how to annotate, learning how to come to the conclusion, to infer, and using evidence from the book, which is really important. I'm always asking them to prove it to me. So anyways, that's what we're doing so far. It's gonna be a while we'll be in this book because we're not just reading it for fun, we're actually taking it apart and learning other reading strategies with it.
Here's what we are encouraging you as parents to focus on this month for October and into November. We want to remind you that kids are wired for routine. In fact, their brains actually crave routine. And we know that when there's no routine, difficult days happen, difficult nights happen, meltdowns happen, emotions can get out of control, and also we have a lot of grumpy attitudes. So we want to remind you that routines build trust between your kids and you. Routines can reinforce the idea that they are safe and they know what to expect. When there's no routine, don't worry about it. Start with where you have a natural rhythm already happening in your daily schedule and build on it. Because when your kids, especially your middle schoolers, have a good routine, then there's a lot of benefits. Like your nagging and power struggles that can occur, well, those will reduce. When kids know there's a routine, they can anticipate and eventually even take charge of their own activities and actions. Kids can learn self-control because they know that they maybe have to wait for things or they have to do certain things before they get what they want. And finally, the best part is sometimes it unlocks time that you didn't know you had. So you can have good conversations, maybe take a walk together. play some games together, and just enjoy each other and build a relationship with your kids. All right, here's what's happening in your homerooms. Right now, we are choosing our student council representatives, so one of your students might be doing that. We are going to be starting our ATI, which is additional targeted instruction, where your students get some small group instruction time, hopefully the week of October 24th. When that happens, there will be a change in our daily sixth grade schedule. So you're going to want to make sure you go onto Canvas and look at the updates on our schedule so you know what your students are doing during the day. October 24th through 28th is going to be our Spirit Week. So Monday is going to be Hat Day, Tuesday Mismatch Day, Wednesday they can wear their costumes to school, but check the flyer out because there are some parameters and boundaries to what they can wear as far as costumes that day. But then that afternoon at 4:45, you can come to the school for the costume parade, and they can wear the full getup of their costume and have an awesome time with concession stands. PTSO is involved. It's going to be a great celebration. Thursday is Beaver Dress Up Day. Friday is Sports Dress Up Day, and also our classroom harvest parties. And it's the end of the quarter. We have a lot going on. Just a reminder, there's no school on Halloween, October 31st. And our virtue for October is responsibility and learning about bullying. And for November, we're going to develop a heart of gratitude and empathy. So that's going to be really powerful in your students' lives. We hope you can have some good conversations at home about those virtues. And finally, if you want to come be a part of our next assembly at school, it's happening on November 4th at 8:15. Parents are always welcome.